What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Last Call podcast. Let's start this shit. What's up, Raider Nation? What is up? It's me, Jeff, New England Raider Booster, with my partner,
Chris for Raiders. What's going on, nation?
What is up? What is up? So, hey, did you notice on that intro what I put a little special picture in there? I don't know if anybody caught that yet.
I had my back turned. I was smoking, so I didn't really look at it. But I'll look at it again.
I snuck a photo of myself in that.
Oh,
if anybody picked up on it.
One of those
nobody's mentioned it yet, so I'm like, all right, maybe nobody's seeing it.
One of those self-promotion things I see, eh?
yeah. No, it was one of the times I went to New York City for the Raiders-Giants games. One of our pregame parties the night before. We had Phil Villapiano, Henry Lawrence, and John Vella there signing autographs. And I got a picture taken with myself and Phil. Phil's got his ring on in the picture. So that's that. When you see the Phil Villapiano in that intro and outro, and you see the bald guy standing next to that's me. I was like, like 2009, something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. I forget the dates. But so it was a while ago. So I look a little different then. Actually, no, that might have been 2013. Actually, now I think about it, 2013. It was 2013. So still, that was 12 years ago. So, but yeah, because I was just looking for other pictures of other former players, and I saw that one in there. I'm like, fuck it, I'm throwing that one in there. It fills in it. That's all that matters. But I made the picture pretty because I'm in it.
We need to change this show's name from Last Call to Last Call with the Bald Man because, as you can tell, it's the bald guys. So what we talking about today, Jeff?
We finally signed another player. We picked up Raheem Mostert today from Miami. We signed him for a 1 year, $2.1 million deal. I'm happy with it. I mean, the guy's got speed. He's a little longer in the tooth, but he's a great veteran presence in the backfield. He's fast as hell still. I mean, he's still quick. And he had really, he had some good years with Miami while he was there. It was a little off yet for him last year, but the whole team was off. What's your take on him?
Actually, I just woke up like a couple hours ago, man. I didn't see anything. But, yeah, I'm looking at him right now. Hey, you know what? We got to sign people, okay? We did. Like I said, anybody know, I just did a video about this. We signed mostly defensive players because we built Pete Carroll's ideal of a defense. We signed, 3 offensive, Kappa, Gino, and that other wide receiver, I forget his name, Little. I think it's Little. And we signed them. receiver, wide receiver Little. I think his name's Little. I don't know. I might be wrong, but it wasn't an impact to me, so I didn't forget
I
his name.
missed that one.
It was
I
signed
know.
right.
I know Michael Gallup came back out of retirement this week, so it looks like he's going to be back with us too. So
He
I mean, the only move I was really kind of hoping to see was going to be Becton coming in as an as part of the offensive line. So I mean, it's still possible. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but
it's not over yet. It's not over yet. People think the free agency is one day. People think free agency starts on Monday. If we don't sign nobody, it's over. It's not over. Free agency lasts all the way up to the draft, and then after that. But then I remember also there will be cuts during the what do they call it? The training camp OTAs. There will be cuts. Some players might not make the team or don't fit their scheme.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole idea is that the Raiders will sign people to fit their scheme. I'm just looking at this guy. He's 32. 97, 5'10".
He's a little bit more durable than like Abdullah is, I guess.
I think they're going to.
That tells me that we're not re-signing Amir Abdullah. So
I think they're going to. I think they're going to blow up that running back one. They're just going to blow it up.
Oh, they have to. They have to. It was pathetic last year. So before we go any further, let's just go into the chat here. And as everybody knows, chat lives matter, and that's usually my goal and Chris's goal is to interact with our chat. Because without you guys, we ain't got a show. So we do appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on both channels, mine and Chris's. Hit that notification button because a lot of times we're kind of scheduled this week for what we're doing, mainly because of the attention to free agency and, try and hopefully be on live when news drops so we can bring it to you guys right away. And then just talk about the Raiders, talk about the moves we've made, what we want to see them do. So we're here for you guys. You're not here for us. We're here for you. We're here for your daytime entertainment. And I hope we make your day go by a little bit quicker while we're on in the afternoon. So with that being said, let's hit the chat up, see what's going on, see who's in here. So right off the bat, Robert Pena's in the house. What's up, Robert?
Hey, Rob.
Way to crash off of Cassie's computer. Yeah, I was on. Were you there watching what I did?
No,
I was watching him, and then I did a 5 membership thing. So it goes through the whole spiel on his screen, and it keeps popping up another name and then another name, and it kind of takes over the channel for a moment. And like almost as soon as it was done, boom, his thing crashed for the second time. It had to happen twice. Once before I got on, and then it happened.
I didn't see
so
it.
I'm like, great. I do 5 memberships and I crash his shit.
Like I said, I was woke up and still trying to get my brain working. I didn't see it. I saw some of his show, but I didn't see all of it. Like that's funny.
Mark is here. What's up, Mark? What's up? Jason's here in the chat, but he's also in the green room, so we'll be bringing him on in a moment.
Jason,
sit back there patiently. He's eating the cheese platter right now.
No, I ate all the cheese platter. I left some peanut butter sandwiches for you.
You're not gonna have any. There won't be any for you. Panda's in the house. Well, what's up, Panda? How we doing? Panda. Yep, we at least got another player. I'm not upset that we're not making a lot of moves. Like there's people out there that are screaming for us that we're not making enough moves. We didn't retain everybody. You can't. I mean, this free agency group is not that strong. So you got to really, you got to do your due diligence and make sure you get the right fit. Weezy's in the house. What's up, Weezy?
Like I said, Nation, I just made a video about that. They're getting players to fit their scheme, their plans. Yeah. They're not spending a whole bunch of money.
Hey, your boy's in the house, but he's on my channel, not yours.
Randy, I'll tell you, man, Randy? What's going to happen next? Randy. Our favorite
Tony Sheffield in the house. What's up, Tony? How you doing today,
Tony?
brother?
Randy's our Raider. Raiders are in-house Denver fans, so
yeah. So we're keeping Michael Mayer because tight end we had. Bryant signed with the Eagles. All right, I didn't know that. That must have just happened. Yeah. So it probably looks like we won't be getting rid of Mayer. I mean, which we still could because there's tight ends in this draft we could draft later on. Let's see. Who else is here? Is that everybody? Oh, Raph is in the house. What's up, Raph?
Hey, Raffy. Go to network. See what's going on.
Let's see. Sholo, what's up, brother? I didn't realize Moser is about to turn 33 in a couple weeks. Yeah, like I said, he's a little long in the tooth, but what are we going to do at this point?
He's experienced. That's what we need, experience.
Yeah. Not Bueno, what's up, brother? How you doing today? Welcome to the channel. Your birthday today? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
James Furpo's in the house. James, how you doing today, brother?
James is always in the house. Always.
Yep.
Thank you, James.
Offensive line and linebacker. Yes, that's definitely what we need to be going for now at this point. I think I got everybody. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll bring in this super young man here. He's 25, coming from Northern California. Here he is. What's up, Jason?
Super young.
Yep. Look at
Hey,
him.
Chris, next time I come into the green room, drink all the water next time. Okay, don't leave me half bottles.
Still left a little bit. And throw your trash away.
I didn't drink the water. I was watering the plants that's in there. So,
So in other words, you can still drink it.
What's up? What's up, Jason?
What's
All
going on?
right, so still talking about what we did today. So we got Mostert, so we've got another running back. We got some serious speed now too, because even though he's 33, a guy's still got some wheels.
And he's a great red zone running back because he
Yeah, you know, I'm not mad about this move. I'm really not. I know some people sit there and say, well, what's the difference between him and Namir? Number one, he's a hell of a lot faster than Namir Abdullah.
Oh, light years faster.
He's been a lot more productive in the last couple of years than Abdullah. So obviously this probably tells us that we're not going to be bringing him back now too. So wait and
Plus,
see. Jason, what's your feeling on?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Jason. No, that's fine.
Mosert's an upgrade from Amir as far as overall athletic ability. The leadership part, I don't know. He's pretty good with the young boys, coaching them, quote unquote coaching them up. But Mostert, he still got some in Miami. He still had a little bit in him.
Yeah,
you know, he didn't get. Obviously, he's not going to be a 15 carry back. You know, he's going to be a 5 to 7. But we've had a lot of success in years past of bringing in a running back towards the end of their career that still had a little bit left in the tank and helped us, and then helped the younger guys push over the hill with their abilities as well.
Tyler A's in here. What's up,
Phone
Tyler?
call coming in. Hold on.
We're paying him 1 year for it's 2.1 mil is what I saw. So I'm not upset with that. I think that's decent. What's up, 805? Yeah, we're back at it again today. We got to entertain the masses. You know, we got to be there for our peeps, right, Chris?
Exactly.
Saturating the market during the day, during the week. We're like consider us like your early to mid afternoon drive. You know, put us on your phone and drive around and listen to our soothing old man voices.
We're the in-betweeners, in between the morning people and the evening. Yeah. Okay, we're still talking Raiders, so you guys get a break from the big morning guys and then the big evening guys. You got like
we're the bridge between the starters and the finishers and the right. We're like the bridge.
That's a good analogy. Anyway, I'm gonna say something about Mostert. You know what?
Go for it.
One thing about him, I watched him one time play the Reds. I think it was a couple years ago when he destroyed us, especially in the red zone. He was getting touchdowns left and right. He can read holes. He can see where the hole's going to be. He can get through there, and he can get there fast. Okay, he's quick foot. He can catch out the backfield. Upgrade Amir? Yeah, more than likely he probably is. But he's not every down back. He's not going to be that, like I said, 15, 20 yards carrying. No, not going to do that. He's going to be in there on certain downs. He's going to be in there. We get in the red zone. We're definitely going to be in the red zone because he's a red zone machine. I think one year he had I had to look at the stats, but he had Well, rushing touchdowns in 1 year. Raiders didn't score 12 touchdowns in one single season. So there it is. You know, he's a red zone machine.
I don't mean to be laughing while you're talking, but I'm watching. He's talking to his fucking mouse. He's not even on his phone. What the fuck's he doing?
Oh, yeah, it's one of the old school flip phones.
What are you taking a trade for the team right now? Is that what?
We're on the
clock.
On
the line with SpyTech?
We're on the clock right now.
Yeah. You're filling out the card? What the fuck you doing down there?
Oh, here's that guy again. You want to kick him out? Not kick him out. Not your channel.
Fucking dingus. Oh, fucking douche.
Let's kick him out. What's up, Mendigo? Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to say what he said.
Would you guys be happy if once if y'all's pick? Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude, you gotta. Would you guys be happy if once if y'all's pick y'all took?
Huh? Rephrase that question. I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm hurting my brain trying to read it. I'm sorry, Wheezy.
Yeah, it might be a nice question.
I feel like I'm on an episode of The Insiders. You know, one guy on the panel's on his phone the whole time because he's getting info from the team about something.
You're gonna hit the phone and say, breaking news, guys. My tuna sounds is finally getting here, man, from Grubhub.
White getting cut if trade does not happen. Who in the right mind will trade for? Why? Who if a trade? Okay, I get you. Yeah, White's who's going to trade for him?
No, nobody. Not for 2.
I mean, unless people are willing to take a trade for a possible potential player, his ability. Then he's your guy.
I'll take a trade. I'll take White for a ham and cheese sandwich with chips and a Coke, Diet Coke.
Yeah,
you can have it.
Bueno, shit, if we can get a fifth for Zamir White, take it ASAP.
Well, that's too much. One. That's too much. I'll take it in a heartbeat because that's way too much for him.
What is this episode? Oh, they're doing the countdown of free agents who made the biggest impact on the NFL, on their new NFL homes.
Oh, NFL Network.
That's what's on the NFL Network right now. I think they're doing number 1 because I think it's Reggie White. He should be the number 1.
Right. Made a big impact.
Did you just make a trade, Jason? What'd you do?
Yeah, my wife for 2 Jehovah's Witnesses and a player to be named later. It's been busy last 15, 20 minutes. My phone and the front door.
That's always the way when you sit down to do something like this. That's when the phone rings or you get a text message and. Like my mother wanted to come up yesterday, but I told her, I said, I'm going to be on the live. I said, you can still come up. I said, you can see Beth and Dawn. I said, but I'm not coming upstairs. She goes, why not? I said, I'm going to be on a live show. That's why I pushed this one to 2:30 because she was coming up today. So
yeah, I was going to hit you up a little bit last night on Cage Match when we were watching Cage Match.
Yeah,
kind of touch up a little bit with what Miss Peggy was talking about.
And, yeah, go for it.
Huh?
Go for it. What have you got?
I in a roundabout way, I kind of disagreed with her.
With her?
You got to let the GM and the coach. There's got to be a separation between the two. There's not too many GMs in the NFL that can throw the whistle on and go down and coach, but there's a lot of people with the whistle down on the ground that can go up into the box and be a GM.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to lean on your coaches a little bit more. And I know every franchise does it different as the hierarchy of how they establish their GM and their head coach. But the more successful ones allow the coach to coach and then allow the GM to GM and quit trying to do both. And so last year, there was I think Telesco tried to do too much of what was going on the field. and that might have been his downfall. And the reason why I say that is because there was a few times that AP hinted his decisions actually came from upstairs.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Let's go try to run the team like the way he wanted to run it,
Right.
without letting coach. That old what's his name?
Well, I think that's the whole Gardner Minshew issue, right?
Minshew starting was not AP's idea, because like me and Jeff saw and watched it. Like when AP said Minshew starting quarterback, you can tell his energy wasn't there. But as soon as he started O'Connell, he was like, "We got our quarterback." So you know that wasn't AP's decision.
No.
It came from upstairs.
No, his exact words was something to the point of, "I'm calling the shot here, and this is my guy." And that's when AOC started, playing from that point on.
Yeah.
And Jason, I kind of agree with you, because last night when she was saying that, and I was just in the chat, I was just watching the show.
Right.
And she, I kind of wasn't fully paying attention, but then all of a sudden I got the gist of what was going on, and that's why I asked. I said, "Why all the hate?" I said, "What's with the hating vibes?" And then she's like, "It's not hate. It's like," she goes, "I just don't agree with bringing in a rookie GM, blah blah blah, and everything else." I'm like, well, first of all, these guys are got to stop from somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't just keep hiring, existing GMs from other teams, because someone's got to take. So eventually, there's going to be an assistant that gets promoted. Granted, he wasn't personally involved in making some of the big decisions in Tampa, but he had been there to learn and to understand. So, you got to give a guy a shot. Yeah, granted, he was Tom Brady's, college roommate and, teammate and shit like that. So, I mean, yeah, he's got that connection.
That's a novel story.
You gotta give somebody a chance at some point. I'm of the belief of, you got to have faith in the team at this point. We've got to stop from somewhere, And she's like, then she was talking about Champ, and I'm like, would that be the same situation then? Because she was talking about, like, we should have kept him and he should have been it. That's the same situation as Spytech. They both would have been assistant GMs, and now you're hiring them as the actual GM. So what's the difference between the two?
Yeah,
one came from a successful franchise, the other one's been on a mediocre to shit franchise for the last few years. So who do you think's going to do better out of the two?
Hey, pull up the screen I shared you.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, you're going to do it.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
It was AP's choice to hand it to everyone around him versus doing what is in his gut.
Damn it.
Mark set up AP. He set AP up for failure. Man, that was a messy situation. Maybe it's for the best, though, since our division is so stacked, the head coach. Yeah.
Can you see that?
No. What is it?
Okay, this is the Mostart's year 2023. Look how many touchdowns he had. 18.
What year?
2023. 18 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. That was 2 years ago. And look at the last year he had. And he ran that. Then I think he had somebody else running the ball. So he's a very productive back.
Well, the whole team was in disarray last year. So I mean, they went.
Yeah.
Miami fell off big time last year.
Yeah, but he's a very productive back. So $2.1 million.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. What's up, Pigs? How you doing?
Hey, Pigs. Pigs.
Yeah, the thing with Mostert, he's never been a 15 to 20 carry back.
No, and you don't need him to be. He was a complimentary running back, especially when you down there. You had A-Chain too. I mean that's your workhorse down there in Miami.
He's the beef of that running game.
He was a red zone back. If they get in that red zone, they usually come in because he can catch the ball, like I said, and then he can run.
He's fucking fast.
Yeah.
That Miami team had some serious speed between Hill, Waddle, A-Chain, and Mostert. I mean, that was a fast-ass offense. Those guys were hustling.
So he has production. He has speed. So 2.1, I'll take it. Go Steelers.
What's up, Rob? Welcome to the show.
Rob.
Even though you're a Steelers fan, that's all right. Mark didn't set up AP for failure. Mark had no choice because players and media were harassing him to hire AP. Or he's a racist. That's what media. Well, yeah, I mean that's the other thing. He kind of was stuck in a hard spot, but I mean, yeah, ultimately you're still the owner. You still make the decisions. He could have easily just done what he wanted to, but he did cave.
Yeah, he did. Because
I mean, a lot of that was Max Crosby. Getting the other players to be like, "Hey, this is what we need to do."
Yeah, the fans were on his case. The fans were going to get AP. Then our last king is.
Well, you got to look at it when the leader of the captain and the leader of your team, is pushing for a certain coach. The rest of the team's going to follow suit because they respect him as the position the guy's in. That's pretty much what happened there. That's the old you're letting the inmates run the asylum. That's not always good either.
AP to get a fair shot because, like Jason said, Telesco was basically running the whole team. He was doing everything. He was trying to do it all. Because I think Telesco was upset that AP was there before he got there, so Telesco couldn't hire the coach he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to be in charge of all the football operations, but that didn't happen, and so he said my failure. Like he said, he didn't draft. Well, he drafted okay, but people say he did good to draft. Only a third-round pick was good. Only a third-round pick when he drafted Glaze. Bowers fell to him in the draft. So what you gonna do? Draft the best player possible. JP was still there. Of course you're gonna take him. The best center.
A lot of people are stuck on that.
Hold on, dude. The best player in football. The only thing that he did well was Glaze. That was like, whoa, Glaze, who was that? He did a good job on that. The other two play picks, they just fell in his lap. So he didn't go out there and look for him. He doesn't have to get him. All right, go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
A very large percentage of the draft picks from last year were successful. From the top 75 picks of last year's draft, all had a contributing factor to the teams that they were drafted to. So to say that, he picked Bowers. Well, when Bowers fell to us, if he wouldn't have picked him, that would have been, he would have had hell to pay. Even though I know we were in line to get that tackle from Oregon State, and a lot of people had their eyes set on him at 13. But when Bowers fell to 13, it actually caught me off guard. I was sitting there watching the draft, and I didn't even, when they made the announcement, I looked at my wife and I go, I thought he already got drafted. What the hell? And I jumped up out of my seat and I was just pumping my fist. And she's like, what? I go, this guy's the best player in the draft. And he fell to us at 13. And she's like, really? I go, oh no. You what? And so I took my wife, I brought the laptop down to my wife and I started showing her clips of him. And I said, now watch this. This is Nick Saban talking about this kid. And Nick Saban was like, it just drove him. If any player in college football that ever go against Alabama, this was the one guy that drove Nick Saban crazy. Couldn't figure out how to stop him. And I said, he's coming to us in the NFL. And I said, he's going to step on the field and he's going to be a factor. Within a blink of an eye, he's going to be a factor on our team.
Yeah.
He projected going to top 5 unless today had his quarterback run. So he projected going to top 5.
Oh, yeah. He would easily at the top 5. He would have been in the top 3, to be honest with you. The quarterback runs. But you know what it is, too? The other thing you got to look at it is from past history with this, with Raider fans is when we would get to that point at number 13, knowing that we needed a quarterback bad, we would have super reached. You know how that was in the past with certain guys that were in this regime. If we would have reached for a quarterback at that point, and it would have been Rattler.
Yeah.
And we'd all be sitting here going, "What the?" We wouldn't have had the year that we did have, as far as the potential, greatest tight end to ever hit the field, really. So by taking the best available, which is. I think that's why a lot of Raider fans were in shock that, hey, we finally made a smart move for once. We took the best player available, regardless of position. It obviously paid off. It just would have been nicer if it would have paid off with more wins. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, it was shocking when I saw that. I was like, Brock Bowers? Well, we got him. I'm like, we have a tight end. But then
Well, and that's what a lot of people were saying too.
They say, wait a minute, okay, he's supposed to go in the top 5, and we got him at 13. He fell in our laps. Okay, then the season he had with the badass quarterback play we had, and the crappiest old line besides a few other teams, he did pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and now this time we're going to do even better because we're going to build the O line up. We'll get another receiver. And he won't have the numbers that last year. I guarantee you that. He won't have numbers.
No, I mean, he's still going to be extremely productive and probably still one of the top tight ends in the league. But am I expecting a repeat of the numbers that he had last year?
That won't happen.
Probably not. I'd like to see more touchdowns, though. I want to see him used more in the red zone for sure. He's too big of a target and too damn good to not use.
Yeah,
in the red zone more. You know
what? If you look back,
we just couldn't get into the red zone. That was the problem.
If you look back at some of the old games from last year, Brock Bowers get a ball, he'll run, and he'll get to like the 5, the 2, the 3, or whatever, run, get knocked out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
But there, we struggle. He'll get close to the end zone, but from there, we struggle.
Yeah.
So, I think they got to do a lot better than that.
Overall, we chewed on our foot when we get in the red zone. And inside the 10-yard line, we would chew on our own foot.
Well, a lot of it's, the lack of a running game. So teams know that we're not going to run on them. So they just set more guys into coverage, and they know we're not running, because even if we do run, we ain't getting far to begin with because the line sucks. The running backs were trash. So it was really easy to kind of plan against our team, in all honesty.
Yeah, well, we're predictable. We were predictable. Guess it was predictable. So
the Raiders
they'll put 7 D backs out there and linebackers and put them 4 in line because we ain't running.
Yeah,
you want to have one. We only have 2 receivers, Bowers and Jacoby. They get double teamed. Then who else is left? Tucker's not a route runner. Tucker's a speedster. So who are they gonna throw to? Nobody. Excuse me, because they're double covered. And then plus the quarterback we had wasn't accurate. Well, Minchie wasn't accurate. Throw the ball up the air like, I hope he come down with it. Type thrower. So we didn't have nothing. Jeremy Chin speaking right now on where panel.
Yeah, Jeremy Chin, Landon Roberts, Eric Stokes, and Lonnie Johnson are addressing the media.
On what? The Raiders network?
On Raiders.com. I'm looking at the YouTube channel right now. I didn't know they were on. They've only been up for 8 minutes. All right, so he's off now.
I can watch it later. See if they got
Maybe that was. I don't know if that was it or not. What y'all think about Dart at QB? I mean, I'm all for it if we can get him. Definitely all for Jackson Dart. But now it's just a matter of where are we going to end up getting him? Is he moving up enough to fall into the first round? Because if he falls into the first round, unless we move back, we're not gonna get him. Taking him at pick 6, I think is a little too much, especially with the other talent that's going to be there to pass up on that to take him. I don't want to take Shadur at number 6. I'm definitely not going to want to take Dart at number 6. I think Dart's a hell of a lot better option at quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I know I get a lot of shit for that, but I don't care. It's my stance. I'm standing by it.
That's your opinion, so can't get mad at that.
I'm gonna catch a lot of shit right now because I think.
Yeah, I do like Jeremy Chin. He's very versatile. It was a great pickup.
I truly think that those 4th, 5th, and 6th rounders are going to be in play. We don't have to be as aggressive up in the 1st and 2nd round now. Bringing in Geno kind of slows that mindset of what we got to do in the draft. Slows that, pump the brakes a little bit. We don't have to get stupid in the 1st round to try and get.
I still have a bad feeling at number 6. If he's there, we're going to take him.
We're going to take him.
I think it's a no-brainer that's what's going to happen. I really do.
And And the way
I'm going to agree with you on that. That guy,
and the way things look now, he probably will fall asleep because they're. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. Supposedly, Wilson supposed to go to the Browns. Supposedly, I don't know anything about that.
He's there today.
Yeah, he's there.
He's there now.
He's there today. Yeah.
But he's gonna want some money, and I don't know they have a whole lot of money to be doling out for a second quarterback.
He's still getting paid by Denver, so how much money he wants?
Well, he's not getting as much this year from Denver as he did last year.
Yeah, no, that kind of broke it down.
He's going to ask for more. You're talking about Wilson,
be looking
right?
for the 25. He's going to be looking in the $25 million range. And
yeah,
even
you're talking about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to want more money. Last year, the Steelers were able to get him for like $1 million.
Yeah.
You know, because he was still being paid primarily from Denver.
Right.
It is a lesser, payment from them this year, so he is going to ask for a lot more. So, yeah. I mean,
well, yeah, you looking at what Sam Darnold got in Seattle and these other back quarterbacks, what they're getting. Like, man, I'm worth more than those guys. Come on, I was a starter.
Yeah.
Yep.
The problem with the Browns, though, is they're having to pay so much for Deshaun Watson again this year that they don't have. I mean, they're going to have $100 million tied up into two players. Only one of them is going to be able to play.
That trade still to this day blows my mind.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to laugh at this. I'm at the Rare Image store, right? I just browsing through looking for some stuff. So I run across the Gardner Minshew jersey. Originally it was $130. Guess how much it is now?
$25.
That's $80 now. On sale.
Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get that and just rip the nameplate off the back.
Well, yeah, you can put a Hostetler number 15 on there, yeah.
Or Flores.
Yeah, that too.
Anthony Hopper, he goes, what's your take on the Chargers this coming season? Just like what Not Bueno said, Chargers fall off and end up bottom of the division. That's the take. I love the Chargers, but I don't think they draft very well. I mean, they had a decent draft last year. I mean, McConkey was great.
Yeah.
Alt was great. I mean, I think they had a decent draft last year. I think their lack right now is the losses they had in free agency are going to hurt them.
Yeah,
But bringing back Mac definitely helps, but he ain't no spring chicken.
Everybody had a good draft last year, though.
Yeah, there was just a lot of good talent.
Last year's draft was a good draft. Remember that was a COVID draft, so that's why it was so good.
That was the first set of the 6-year seniors, and
yeah, it was
what's
COVID
that balance? He goes Milroe in the 4th round, or trade for Joe Milton for a 5th rounder. I'll even trade AOC 12 for Milton to New England. McDumdum's the one that drafted him. I mean, you may want him now. He can have him. Because he's obviously not going to stop for us. His playtime for us is going to be strictly as a backup at this point.
Yeah,
he's
not going to get the starting nod. Not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to spew some while you're on that topic. For Milroe in the 4th round.
What's up, Jeffrey?
I know you don't like him. You're probably going to yell at me. You'll probably even kick me off the stage.
Yeah, we are.
But I think it wouldn't hurt taking Dylan Gabriel in the 5th round.
No.
Oh.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why, Jeff. I'm going to tell you why.
No.
There's something in that kid's rib cage that a lot of people don't have, and he's got it. And he's got
a knife.
Yeah, exactly. I was there. A 9mm? No.
A heart, man. The dude, he wants to ball. He wants to win.
Well, who don't? Jason, come on now.
Well.
Not Milroe, but Gabriel plays in a certain set offense. You watch his play at Oregon, he played in a certain set option. Short passes, screen passes. His receivers are 1 gallon yards. Look at the average. He only threw a 10-yard pass, and the receiver run for like 30. So he only throwing 10 yards on a field, 5 yards.
But is he
the receiver is getting the other additional 45 yards, which makes stats look awesome.
Justice, I don't want.
Is he hitting the receiver on the run, or is he
wait. If the Raiders can go to a West Coast style offense, it might be a good pick. But I don't know if they're gonna go to a West Coast offense. All right.
It's going
I'm
to
not
be
talking about his height. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about his the way he plays. Because if you watch him doing the combine, the deep ball was horrific.
Yeah, he's not anything over 40 yards. He's not real.
Well, then we need a quarterback that can throw 40 yards, because if you get a quarterback in that can't throw 40 yards, the defense is going to set up. Like, yeah, you can't throw deep, so we're going to set right here.
Yeah.
So what's this? Make it make sense. I wouldn't take him if it's around. If you do UDFA,
I'll tell you what makes sense with him. What makes sense with him is when he hits his receivers on those 13, 14-yard slants, he's hitting them in stride while they're not having to slow down to catch the ball.
Okay, well, then you made your point. You made my point be more valid. We need receivers to do that. We don't have that. So why are we going to pick in fifth round when I don't see him? If they pick him in fifth round, fine, so be it. But I don't see why we're going to pick a quarterback that only runs a certain type of play style.
But I'm looking at
we need a versatile quarterback that can throw the ball. If he can't throw it deep, he can throw it deep. If he can throw it short, he can throw it short. If you only have one style of play, the defense is going to sit there and say, no, he ain't going to pass. He ain't throwing the ball past 30 yards. We just sit right here and wait.
I'm looking at fifth round, maybe sixth, because that's about where he's at.
Who, Gabriel?
Yeah, he's fifth or
I thought
sixth
we were
round.
off that topic.
Huh?
We're still talking him. We're still talking about Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
The guy's 5 foot nothing, man. He's tiny.
Yeah.
By quarterback standards.
He was up on stage for a Heisman Trophy.
That's college. That's college.
Okay.
These guys in pros are a little bit bigger.
I'm just saying.
So was Johnny Manziel. How did he work out?
Oh, man.
Yep. Johnny Manziel couldn't put down a whiskey bottle. That was his fucking problem.
You couldn't throw it to a receiver neither.
Same with Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett was all that in a bag of chips at Georgia. He wasn't.
Yeah, I would not waste a fifth round pick on him. Fifth round still got a good draft pool. I would not waste a fifth round.
Well, we got 5, 6 round picks too, so it wouldn't.
I still wouldn't waste a draft pick on him.
Yeah.
I mean,
so NFL Network right now, they're doing the top 10 worst free agent signings in NFL history.
We got 6.
They're at number 9 right now. Guess who it is? He's from Detroit.
Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yes, I said about Sam Darnold. He had that good year in Miami. Then he comes over there and sticks to bed. That's the same thing with Sam. Like I said, I wish him well, but I don't want a backup quarterback.
And Matt Flynn did the same thing.
Yeah.
He backed up Brett Favre, and he had 2 games where he threw like 13 touchdowns in 2 games, and next year
that's who Russell Wilson beat out.
Yeah, and then they traded him to us.
You know how the NFL works. When they put a new player in the NFC before, they usually do well because they don't know his style, his techniques, what he does. So they're gonna be like, what's his best throw? We don't know yet until we see him. So they saw what Sednar could do. They saw what Kirk Cousins did in the offense. And they know how to defend against that. Sandy, Jaden Daniels.
He says Lonnie Johnson. He likes Lonnie Johnson more. He's a humble guy. It's about ball and showcasing what he can do on the field. And then Jeffrey says Milton fits Chip Kelly's system better than AOC for a backup. Just saying, and I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie. And then Alan says, "Yeah, you're right. We need quarterbacks that can fit his system."
Exactly.
I think Dart would be a great fit for Chip Kelly.
Maybe.
Well, that's what Justice 412 said. And Alan agrees with me about Gabriel. No on Gabriel.
I agree that too. No Gabriel. No, not that early. If he comes in as UDFA, they give him his trial. Fine, I don't care. But not draft pick.
Justin, he's talking about grabbing Dylan Gabriel late in the draft.
Either way, I'd like to see the kid get a chance, even if it ain't with us. I don't even give a shit.
I
want to see the kid get a chance.
Have a chance. I
really truly watching him play.
That's fine.
I
get it. I hope we get a good chance. But now, like Jeff said, a wasted draft pick. No.
So Jeffrey says we only have 3 6-rounders. I thought it was 5.
No.
Right.
We had 3.
No,
we had 4. We had that count that
gained 1 or 2 yesterday or something. I think.
Yeah, we gained like 2 comp picks yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, we got a comp pick.
Yeah, Jay, I'm happy with the Mostert pick. I'm not upset at one bit of that, especially for the money, man. 2.1 mil for 1 year. Fuck, man, you can't go wrong.
I showed you the stats from 2 years ago: 18 touchdowns, 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Our run back room combined had a mean touchdowns and yards. Yeah. So,
not when I wouldn't be surprised. They picked right after us. I would not be surprised if Dart goes that early. The Jets are that desperate. What's up, SoCal? What's going on, man? Welcome. What's he say here? Those 2 picks were already accounted for.
Let's see, what's today?
I think we got 10 now. I think we only had 9 prior to. I'm not sure. I forget.
I think we got 10. We'll get that extra pick.
Has any other news broke? I know that supposedly the Geno trade with us in Seattle is official.
Yeah, the trade's official, but we haven't resolved the extension.
No, not yet. They're still working on it. Working on a deal. So basically, it's it for 1 year for as of right now. See, the Raiders are being sneaky in this free agency. They're not making a big splash, in which a lot of the Raider fans are like, they haven't did anything. Yeah.
Hey, the Steelers brought back Mason Rudolph, so they're all set at quarterback now.
Who they
Miles
got?
Garrett's best friend.
Mason Rudolph and who else? Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Still no word on Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. There's no word on.
Oh, it's really causing an issue for the Pittsburgh because they need to make a decision here. I mean, there's really nothing out there for free agents at this point. Good God.
They're not bringing back Russell Wilson. So.
Russell Wilson is not going back to Pittsburgh. He's done that.
Secret is that Tamu Andy Reid. I guess you're talking about me and my red nose because I'm fighting a freaking head cold like no tomorrow. But that's all right. Love you too. Tell your mama I said hi, miss her.
Wow.
Bills Raiders suck and always will be.
He's a Bills fan.
Yeah, that tells you right there everything you need to know.
What's up, Ducky? Everybody's using that team thing now because I called that kid that was on with us the other day from what's his name? Trippy. He looks. I'm telling you, Jason, you saw him. He looks just like George Kittle. He really does. So I was calling him Timu Kittle. So that's what I've been calling. He was on yesterday too.
Yeah.
Then we shut it down after he jumped off because I was just tired and it was just, it was just such a slow day yesterday. It was brutal, so boring. It was like no news whatsoever.
Yeah, there'll be some news tomorrow.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, everybody's standing around waiting for Aaron Rodgers, and that psychopath motherfucker, he's just holding on to every keyboard. Oh wait, well maybe. I'm going to go to Italy for a week. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Remember what the Brett Favre thing? Brett Favre did the same thing when he was going from like the Jets and the whatnot, and they followed him to every airport and when he was at the grocery store. It's like, make up your mind, dude. Nobody cares. Go play for the Jets. Who cares?
He's acting like he's a high value quarterback. He said, well, if you're a high value quarterback, why nobody signed you yet?
I don't think he's not what he used to be.
Oh, geez. Number 7 on this list right now was when the Browns signed Jeff Garcia from the 49ers.
Yeah.
I forget who number 8 and 9 were. Oh, number 9 was oh shit, from Green Bay, running back. I'm on Green when he signed with the Texans.
If it's the same one, is this an older one or is this a newer one that they're putting out that you're watching?
I don't know how old this is.
Because the Larry
it can't be new. I mean, this was from season 7, episode 10 of NFL's Worst.
Larry Brown's number 2. Well, we signed Larry Brown from the Dallas Cowboys.
And looking at, I forgot Terrell Suggs played for the Browns at one point back then. That's right. This is before they moved. Never mind. Before they moved to Baltimore. Boy, that really was a bad move. I forgot how bad that team was.
Yeah. And he didn't even care when he got smoked on the field too. He'd come off the field after getting burned for a touchdown. He'd just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, really, dude?
Such a crispy. Yeah, made it suck. So was your mom. She was good. Thanks.
Tell her I said hi.
What's up, Gravy? How you doing, brother? What's he done with his show, I guess? Because he was on just a little while ago.
He was pounding on Gabe earlier. I thought Gabe was going to quit.
Gravy, I think I sent you the link yesterday. It's the same link from yesterday. If you want to pop in, feel free. I know you like talking football. I know you're probably bored sitting there waiting now.
I enjoy Gravy.
If you want to hop in, by all means, come on in. You're always welcome. You know that. It's going to be another slow day. There ain't going to be much happening today again. No, number 6 is when the Chargers signed David Boston from Arizona. Just listen to the Raiders free agents on the official stream. Pretty interesting. Eric Stokes, the cornerback, could be a steal. Yeah, I was looking at it. I couldn't watch it. Like, I couldn't listen to it because I didn't want it to interfere with the sound on this. Oh, they're still doing more press conferences right now? Shit. I might have to cut this stream. Fuck.
I got to cut out at 1 o'clock anyways.
Hey, what happened?
My dryer broke the other day, and my son-in-law, his cousin, works for a appliance company, And the Dry is sitting over there in pieces right now in the corner behind me. He's coming over with the part today. It's going to be way too loud in here. I'm going to have to shut the stream down when we find out. So, Gravy, if you were going to come in, don't even bother because I'm going to have to cut this short today.
There ain't too much happening anyway. It's nothing going on besides that one.
I thought it was.
Hey, wait! Hold on, I'm here.
No, I'm not shutting it down right now.
Chris, I ain't nothing going on. Wait a second.
Well, then you can go back to your OnlyFans, man. So when we cut the stream down,
yeah, there you go.
Go back to the OnlyFans. You laugh. I got Hunter Biden on my OnlyFans now.
Okay,
yeah, Alan, you're not wrong, bro. What's up, Arnie?
Another breaking. The Raiders are just making slow moves, piece by piece. That's all they're doing. Getting value for their money. Now overspend like we used to do. Overspend for a dumb player that don't play well at all.
Let me ask this to the chat. What do you guys think of the? What would you guys give a grade for what we've done in free agency so far, including today's move with Mostert? We'll definitely include that too. Just want to see what the chat thinks. I'm curious what you guys give it for a grade on your end. I mean, I've already got my idea, so I'll wait. B plus. Okay. Honest is B plus.
Okay.
Jason, what do you got? What do you think?
Plus.
For me, I'm going to stay right a hard B, not a minus or a plus.
Okay.
We just basically, and Gravy said it earlier on he was mentioning it on his show earlier that we really didn't improve, but we kind of changed one guy for another, but it saved us some money. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I still think Chin is an upgrade.
Oh God, yeah. Because he's so versatile. That's the thing.
Right. He's going to be a little bit tougher in the box. You know, for the way Patrick Graham used Merrick last year, I think Chin will be a little bit tougher in the box.
Be tougher on the box. I feel bad for his girl.
The Stokes guy, I think he has the potential to be as good as Hobbs athletically. His rookie year, he did really well. He slid down into the slot. It'd be pretty tough down as a slot corner. And he plays. He's available. So that's an upgrade.
Chris, what do you got for a grade?
I'll tell you how I feel about it. I'll give it an A-. The reason why is because they got some players to replace the players that we had without paying a bunch of money. The players they have might be equal or even better than the linebacker guy is more athletic than Spillane. Might be a year older, so what? He's more athletic than Spillane. He's faster. Stokes, he's a big kid. What did I say about Pete Carroll? He likes those big DBs. He can cover those big lengthy receivers. As far as what's the other guy we signed, Chin? He's a hitter. He hits. He tackles. He don't like just with the guys run by. He's trying to arm tackle. So they upgraded some players. It might not look good on paper. It might not look good what you think is not big name players. But the Raiders are now not stuck with a big contract to worry about the next year or two. You guys are 1, 2, 3 year players. So I'll give you a mind of what they're doing. And then signing Mostert today, $2 million that we did a couple years ago. If we get that guy 2 years ago to play for us, definitely upgrade. So I'll give you B plus.
All right. So I'm going to run through the chat what they said. So we got Not Bueno gave a B plus. Pigs gave a B plus. I'm glad the draft is the priority. Alan gave it a B plus. Jeffrey gave it a B minus. SoCal gave it a B minus. I'm giving it an A. And the reason I'm giving it an actual A now, because last night on the show I gave it like an A minus to a B plus. I'm adding in today's move too because I think Mostert was a great move. But right here, what he's saying, and this is what I said last night too. It's not just the moves on what we brought in and what we didn't sign. to make us lose money is the fact that we re-signed Adam Butler, we re-signed Kuntz. You know, the guys that we really needed to make sure we re-signed, we re-signed.
Right.
You know, Palomao, that still is considered a free agent move during free agency because he was a free agent. You know, we retain the guys that are going to help us stay at that level that this defense is capable of. Now, you take those guys that were already on the team that we re-signed because they were free agents, and you match that up with what we brought in. I think the only team that I would probably rank even higher than us is Chicago, because I think Chicago, even Denver, as much as I hate to admit it, Chicago, they did what they needed to do. They solidified that front offensive line. That offensive line is going to be damn good this coming season. So they're giving Caleb Williams some protection, which is what we need to do too. Denver got way better. I mean, they brought in Evan Ingrams as a tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone right there, they gave a safety valve for Bo Dix. You know, so I mean, Denver's made some big moves.
Actually, Evan Ingram is a good vertical threat as a tight end. He's got some wheels.
He reminds me a lot of like a Darren Waller.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's fast, he's strong, you know. I'm not sold on Scatterbone anymore. I used to be. Scatterbone, I'm not a fan of him anymore.
So that's another kid that got heart. Okay, he has a lot of heart, like Dylan has. He has a lot of heart.
He reminds me too much of Peyton Hillis.
Don't mean that.
Didn't last long.
Okay, he has a lot of heart. That don't mean he transferred to the NFL. Heart is heart, but ability and playability and be able to match up against these men is a lot different than, you know, you can have all the heart you want, but you got to be able to play in the NFL.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the draft is the big deal now after this. You know, it's like, which is why I am, now that we've got a quarterback, you know, potential for the future for a little bit, for a couple of years. What's up, Ray Love? You know, I'm kind of hoping that we have, you know, we can, what am I doing here? That we can trade back that 6th, move back. I would trade first with the 12. It's just Dallas. They'll get their guy. We take that. We get a 12. We get the 12th pick from Dallas. Hopefully a second rounder. Then we trade back again from like 18 to like 22 in that range if possible. Get another second rounder. Make that first round pick at that point when it gets to us. Make our pick, and then we get those picks between the second and third round. Now you've got multiple picks in there to play around with. And really get some talented guys, because there's going to be a lot of talent in those early mid rounds there, the second and the third. Day 2 is going to be the day to get some really good players and multiple good players, like come in and start right away type players. You know, so day 2 is going to be more exciting than day 1. Day 1 is going to be exciting for us because we're picking early, and there's just no telling who we're going to get based on how the start of this draft goes. That's the big thing. You know, that first pick will set the mood. It'll set the mood for the day or for the night, really. You know, if it gets traded before the draft starts, then, you know, we're already going to be second guessing now.
I've been pretty consistent on the mock draft going back to 12. But I kind of like your idea too, going from 12 to 18 and picking up another second or third round there.
Thank you, Dylan. And draft Dylan.
Yeah,
that's right, idea. You want to go back and draft Dylan?
All right.
You said it, not me.
You can bang my balls. You can bang your balls all you want. My balls all you want. If you got an extra pick to play with, why not take a chance?
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but way late, not in the second round.
Yeah, well, not in the second.
You have a quarterback room. You have a quarterback room that is still questionable, minus Geno Smith now, obviously. But you can still bring in another guy that, you know, as your third quarterback in the 5th round. You know, that's not going to hurt.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you don't know what you got. I mean,
but people only eyeballing 3, maybe 4 quarterbacks in the draft. But I looked at the quarterback that in the draft. There's like about 16 of them, and well, 15, I think 15. But there are options out there. And a lot of quarterbacks didn't run the combine, so they got more options out there than Dylan. But like I said, you're right about Dylan's heart. Dylan has a great heart. He plays to win. I don't know about his playing style and his height. He's only 5'10".
Thanks, Frank.
I'm worried about that. And his long ball is not good. He's gonna throw a long ball. That's what I'm worried about because the defense is gonna just stack it up.
But he does throw an accurate ball.
Yeah, he does.
And the spin on his ball is a catchable ball when it spins, and he throws and it's got a lot of velocity to it, and it's a very catchable ball. But and I'm not a big stat guy. A lot of times I like to watch and see. He was actually a lot of fun to watch. The way he could move that offense. I mean, separate the second Ohio State game because that was just they just got thudded right from the get-go on that one. But the first Ohio State game, the kid, he laced him up. He went at it, and I'm only looking at it from a standpoint, it's a 5th round or 6th round pick. And if you got something like that may be a gem, you don't know, but it may be a gem, why not take a shot at it?
Yeah, in late rounds, yeah. That's fine. I say they bring him in, fine. But I don't see him wasting a good draft pick for him.
Your first 4 rounds are your meat and potatoes. You gotta be solid on those. Your 5th and 6th and 7th round, those are the ones who go, oh, you're a bright GM. Oh, you're so smart. Not bullshit. You got lucky as some guy coming out of Tennessee, Chattanooga that actually had some skills in the 6th round, and he balled out in the NFL.
Like Purdy. He came Mr. Irrelevant. He came in there and got lucky. Sometimes talent is up hidden. Sometimes you get a gem.
And he's about the same size as Dylan Gabriel. Brock Purdy is. When you look at the overall structure, how he's built, he might be an inch or 2 taller, but
the thing is, I don't want to project a quarterback. Not when you got a coach that's only guaranteed.
If he's going to be your 3rd quarterback,
it doesn't matter. He's still going to be looked at as your future. That's the thing. I would just settle for Dart as the drafting Dart at somewhere if you can. If not, you'll have to go address it elsewhere.
I'm going to go along.
If we move back, like I said, the second time, that's where I would take the best linebacker available because that's definitely right now going to be one of our weaknesses.
Yeah.
And then because you're going to end up having 2 picks in the 2nd round. So with one of them, you go wide receiver, or if we don't get Becton, then we got to go with a guard there. We got to grab the best one available at that time. And then you still got wide receiver, running back, or you could go running back. You got so many different ways you can go at this point. I would go running back at that point too. But I definitely still in that 1st round, I would take the linebacker.
If you look at what the Raiders doing in free agency, they're filling the spots that we know of need. So they have those spots of need. Then when they go and draft, okay, we don't have to worry about taking a risk on this guy, picking him high, and he's worth nothing. We already got a guy in the room already that we need, he can start. So we're going to draft this guy. If he's good enough, he can start. So they're doing it like, what I like what they're doing is not, they're getting these guys, so when they get a draft, they're going to be desperate looking for that player. You know what I mean?
And I get you, Ja Raider, that we should take T-Mac, but my thing is we are talent poor on the offensive side for sure. I get that, but we need more picks in order to do that. And by gaining more 2nd and or 3rd round picks, using our 1st round pick to do that is definitely the way to go. Because T-Mac is probably definitely the answer at wide receiver for us, but you never know. You could still draft a couple of these other wide receivers in the 2nd or 3rd round that are still going to have potential to be something worthwhile in the NFL.
No.
Are they going to be our true number 1s? Probably not.
We
Not
don't
based
know
on
that.
what I saw at the combine. I mean, we could fall to the second round and get Higgins, who was by far the best receiver at the combine for sure. Would be the guy that I would go for first after T Mac. If you don't get a shot at him. But I just think trading back is priority one here, and not drafting a Shador Sanders, for the love of God. Don't draft the quarterback at number 6. I want if we're gonna keep the number 6 pick, then we better be drafting somebody that's going to be an immediate impact on this team. And I'm talking the caliber of like a Abdul Qadir, Mason, T Mac, something along that line. Someone that's going to start day one as soon as they walk in the building. Carter may be a little bit delayed because of that stress fracture in his foot. So that could still be a risk when someone takes it, which is why there's a good chance he could fall too. And if he's there at number 6, I wouldn't pass him up. I'd take the shot.
Well, no matter what quarterback they draft in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or even the 6th round, they're not going to start. They're going to sit for a year or two. Because, like I said, reports about Milrow, like even Alex talking about Milrow. He's not going to play for 2 years, minimum 2 years. So they can take who they want to. They take Shador Sanders. He's not starting unless he come over here and just blow everything up.
But I agree with Jeff though. If you're going to take somebody
in that early
high in the first round, it
want to
has
start.
purposes. He's the starter day.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's what you want. You got first round. He's supposed to be a starter.
I mentioned this yesterday on our show, Chris, and I said it last night in the Raider Connection on the NFL Network. They're showing it right now.
Yeah, Brown. Yeah,
Larry Brown from the Cowboys when we picked him up in free agency after he won the MVP in the Super Bowl.
What number was he?
Is it number 2?
Unfortunately, he was one of the better numbers in the history of the NFL, number 24, but he didn't wear it proudly.
No, it was number 4. I'm talking about their rankings. It was number 4.
It was 4th ranked. Yeah.
Yeah. That was horrible. And that's what the Raiders
Desmond Howard's the next one.
That's what Raiders are not doing. So I'm glad they're not doing it. They're just getting guys because they're naked because they saw one good play. Same thing with Jamarcus Russell. He had a great national championship game. Number 1. Yeah,
This is 2 back-to-back for us on the rankings right now because it's the Desmond Howard one.
Oh, that was a waste.
I mean, when he was with Green Bay, he was phenomenal. I mean, there's no worries about it. He was ridiculous.
But he won the MVP because of a special teams kick return.
Yeah.
So Madison
that's what kind of
I'm okay with that one. John Rader, I'm okay with that one. I didn't want him to stay with us anyway.
I'm fine with that. He's out with the Dolphins. That's cool.
Yeah.
They had to fill that need because they lost the other player, Mostert.
Yep.
Now watch him go down and have a good year.
Not with Etienne. If Etienne stays healthy, he's not going to get as many touches.
Well, Madison wasn't really of every down back. He was the backup back. And he was in Minnesota. He was the primary back.
He wanted to be.
He was a backup. He was the number 2 back. He was always the number 2 back. He wasn't a primary back.
That's right. I forgot Desmond Howard was a Super Bowl. So that was 2 MVPs we did that with.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I forgot he was the Super Bowl MVP.
And that's how he got the Super Bowl MVP is because of his kick return for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that game really wasn't. There wasn't a lot of show and go on both teams on the offense and defensive side.
Yeah. Anybody that's in here that watches Captain Jack, I don't know if you follow him on Instagram or Facebook, but he's back in the emergency room today again, but he's hoping to still be out in time to do his show. So if he does it, he should be back tonight to do his show. His show goes on at 9:00. I'm going to post a link here for it. If anybody that does watch it, he asked if I could just mention it, just to let people know that he is still going to be doing his show tonight. Yeah, he goes on at 9 Eastern time. So he goes on. I don't know how long he goes on for, but he's on an hour before our show tonight starts, which is the Raiders Coast to Coast. So just told him I would definitely put that out there. Let him know that he's still going to do his show, hopefully, if he's out in time. Hopefully he's out in time. Yeah, he's been having problems with his legs. Yeah, it's kind of, that's why I don't have a problem posting for Cap, because he's actually the first YouTube creator, content creator that I actually went on a show with. I just happened to be in there watching him one night, and he put the link up, and that's when that was the first time I actually like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna get on camera and go on there and talk to him, and we just kind of hit it off. I've been friends with him on Facebook for a long time, but it was the first time I actually got on camera and talked and in front of a panel like this. So it was cool. So I enjoyed it, and that kind of really ignited my passion for wanting to do more of the live stuff. And I guess the rest was history after that. So, but that's why I told him I would definitely post that. Oh, Brock Bowser's been doing Subway commercials.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, Captain's pretty cool. He's got a couple of different. There's a show he does during the season. I forget the exact name of it, but it's on Wednesday nights. It's him, Wayne Marbury. Everybody knows him as the Violator, and this other guy that's on there that's a former ref. He goes by the Ref Guru. If you ever get a chance to watch that, that's a pretty good show with the three of them. Especially if there's any things that come up the prior week, like officiating issues. Because I mean, this guy knows the official rule book inside and out, and even if he doesn't know the answer to something, he's got enough connections within the NFL referee circuit that he can get the answers. So it's informative when he's on there for sure. It's good,
So
I
that's the
don't know,
question.
Cal, I don't know if you've seen that show on Wednesday nights when they only do it during the season, so they don't do it until once the season's over. They don't do it.
That's
What's up,
question.
Raider? Go ahead.
Anybody interested in signing Cooper Kupp?
I think we have some interest in him, but
I've heard we are, but I'm not in for it.
So he's still out there. So you rather have Lockett?
If I got to choose between the two, I mean, none of them are really true number one vibes for me, and that's what we need right now. There's just, I mean, the wide receiver room, free agents is just weak. I would definitely take Lockett over all of them. Just a familiarity with the quarterback alone. The timing would be there already because they both know each other's tendencies. They both played for the same head coach that they have now. I just think it would be a smoother transition.
The thing with Lockett, he'll take over to Kobe Myers' spot. That's what he would be. He would do another.
Yeah, he's more of a right side.
Myers. But I'm talking about what Kobe does. Lockett does the same thing, so he'll take over for that, and then Myers' minutes would drop and everything else. So Lockett would be okay getting a room, but yeah. He got paid $14 million last year, so I don't think he won't pay him that much.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I remember this one. Alvin Harper. Remember how good he was with the Cowboys? And then he went over to Tampa Bay, and he just was horrible.
There's some free agency out there, but nothing really like eye-catching. Besides your boy.
No, I told you, this free agency group this year is not great. Even if you look ahead to next year, it ain't much better. It really isn't.
Not Dempster's.
I mean, I'm not from New York, but I'm not far away. I'm in Rhode Island, so either way, it's more of a Boston South accent, I guess you could say, not really a New York accent. Because in New York, they don't say, they don't call it like a bubbler, or a car. It's a car.
Ari Cooper, huh? Yeah.
Shit, I asked that question last night. What does anybody have any interest in Cooper coming in? I said, what about if we bring back Cooper? I got fucking lynch mob last night.
Yeah,
I didn't say I want him here. I said I just threw it out there as a name. Everybody's throwing names, and I throw out a name, and I get my balls busted.
Yeah, plus Cup had a lot of injuries last year, and the last few years he had a lot of injuries. So I won't take a chance on that.
The biggest reason why I think a lot of Raider fans are is we remember he wanted out of here.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be here the first time, then why the fuck are we going to bring you back for a second time? Oh, no, I'll come play for. No, dude, you bitched and moaned during the whole training camp, and went half-ass, and then had your little conversation with Doc and kick rocks, dude. You don't need to come back.
It's 1 o'clock. Okay, you're going 2 pretty soon.
Yeah, might as well just shut it down now. I don't know what time he's coming over, but it should be any time now. It's 4 o'clock here, so he could be here anytime.
I got to take my son down to Turlock.
I wanted to be able to stay on for a few hours, but I'm not going to come back on after either once he's done.
What we should do is we should just kind of simmer a little bit, let some stuff happen. That way you got a lot of topics to roll over.
I really don't care about the topics. It's just the fact of getting on and interacting with the chat and
That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the camaraderie.
That's my big thing. I don't care whether there's news or not. I mean, the news would be great. To spike some more interest in the conversation. But at this point, I mean, we'll talk about anything. I don't give a shit.
I think what it is that the nation expected us to make a big splash at free agency, and then we didn't make a giant splash. When you get that big player and pay him like all this money,
we didn't even kick a puddle.
No, we didn't.
I mean, there was no splash to make.
But we got players of need at a good price. And some say, well, they just the same as other players. So I say, well, the players that we lost are getting paid more money.
Yep.
Fine, whatever.
So John Rader said he wanted out because of Gruden. I know that's why he wanted out. That was specifically, but still the same. It comes down to he wanted out of our uniform. And that's where now, me personally, if he wanted to come back and he wants to produce, I don't care. I don't really just win fucking games. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Cooper was definitely like a Randy Moss type where you could tell when Randy Moss just didn't go all out for plays. And he's even said it. Yeah. Why the hell am I running all the way down the field for a play that's on the other side of the field? Yeah. Well, dumbass, that's because you're a decoy and we need to make sure that the defenses stay true and bite on you so that they're not just, it's like, what the fuck, man? That's not the way the play was designed.
That's false, y'all. Khalil Mack didn't leave because of Gruden. Gruden didn't re-sign him to that contract, so they traded him. He didn't leave. He was traded. He didn't willingly want to leave, but he wanted to stay here. But Gruden decided to trade him because they don't pay that contract, and they got more picks, which none of those picks worked out.
But Khalil was also he was tired of the constant change. He was tired of every time, like with Max Crosby here recently, he's just tired of the change. Well, from Max doesn't have as much because he's going to have Patrick Graham this will be his 4th year with Patrick Graham, and same D-line coach. So as far from a positional standpoint, everything's the same. There's stability there. But when Khalil Mack did his unit, when they asked him about the whole, it wasn't. I don't think it was so much that it was Gruden, but the way that whole situation went down.
The organization was a toilet then. Mark had no direction. He didn't know which way to go. Because when they had Jack Del Rio, they had some good years. They also Mark Davis wanted to get Gruden in because his dad had it before.
Yeah.
And all that changed, and they're thinking like, what are we doing? We're doing good with this guy. Why are we bringing this guy here for? So that was stupid on Mark's behalf.
Yep.
Like I said, I always say,
who did you say was number one on the list when you watched it?
For me?
Top 10 worst free agents.
I had the Larry Brown was like number 2 or 3 or something. I remember watching that.
Well, here's the number 4 on this one.
Who's the number 1?
I'm waiting for him to show the name, but I know he was with the Redskins.
Was Will Green. Oh, there you go.
I think it might be London Fletcher.
Oh, okay. It says anyone to the Redskins.
Oh, anyone to the Redskins. Shit, Dion was there then too. That's right.
Yeah, he wasn't for a
Man,
minute.
I forgot he played with the Redskins for a short time.
Played for the Ravens.
Well, he got hurt. Yeah, he was getting hurt a lot too.
And he had to wear number 37. They wouldn't let him wear number 21.
That's right. Bruce Smith was on that team too.
Carl Ripken.
Jeff George too. Oh my God.
Jeff George, Carl Ripken.
Jesus Christ, this was a team full of has-beens and never was.
Archuleta was there too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Probably about the only guy that was still anything worth it on that team would have been fucking Darryl Green.
Yeah, that was the only player they had. Anybody from the Redskins.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Salute Charm City. How you
Oh,
doing?
Hainsworth too. That's right. Albert Hainsworth was part of this.
Oh my God.
$100 million for that contract for him.
Albert Hainsworth.
Oh my God.
And that's a lot of money now. Imagine back then how much it was worth. Man.
There was a bidding war for him because he had that one good year. At the end of his rookie contract, he had that one really super year.
Yeah.
And then he signs the contract, and next year he disappeared.
Oh my God, number 6. I mean, I would give up the number 6 pick for Jamar Chase. You shit me, I'd take him in a fucking heartbeat. But he couldn't afford.
No,
What's up, Space Beast?
We'd have to give up more than just a 6
Cool,
pick.
Kev. What's up, man? You guys are all popping in now. I got to shut down. Yeah. What's up, Sonya?
Anyways, Chris.
I think he may be here too. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Chris for Raiders.
No, I have to shut it down. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
I can't hear
Yeah.
you. What was that? What was that, Jason?
Hey, thanks for having me in. Enjoy
No problem.
hanging out with you guys.
Always cool to come in. It's always
Keep
cool
your
to
hair
come in.
short and the lifelong. We love you guys.
All right.
Later, man.
Peace, Jason.
All right.
Well, nobody watching my channel, so it don't matter if you shut down. So I don't.
So what we're gonna do, folks? I know some of you just showed up, and I apologize. I didn't realize this was gonna happen today, but I've got someone coming to fix the dryer, and it's right here behind me, and it's gonna be noisy as hell. And there's no way I'll be able to do this while they're doing that. So we're gonna shut it down. Chris, what do you got coming up? Anything other than Saturday?
No, I just posted a video today of my thoughts on what's going on with the Raider Nation. I ain't gonna do any lives right now. I wait till Saturday.
Right.
So
make sure you guys get over to Chris for Raiders. Go over to his channel. Hit that subscribe. Hit that. Hit the thumbs up, notifications, because a lot of times during the week, Chris and I do tend to just pop on lives, at any point during the day. Hopefully fill your afternoon drive home so you guys can hear us talk and just drive along. Jeff getting that Boston Market. No, I never liked Boston Market. I thought it was gross.
what was
Never
that?
trusted that place. It was a chain. Yeah,
We had out
Boston
here.
Market.
We had in California. That place sucked. Everything was bland and nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I got coming up right now is tonight is the Raiders Coast to Coast at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Pacific. It's myself and LV Raid at 10. So we will be on tonight, probably for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So make sure you check us out there. Go over to LV Raid at 10's channel. Make sure you hit the subs and notification on his.
You see what Soul Council said?
No.
He said, push the washer outside.
Push the washer outside. I'm sorry, man. Trust me, I didn't want to have to do this. I wanted to be on for a few hours with you guys, but
thank you, Trump.
It was just a sudden thing. I was just told that it was happening. So
anyway, I got no
choice.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got this to work with my son. I forgot I promised to do something with him today, so I gotta go do that. It's gonna take about a couple of hours, so I'll only be back on later on. So
tomorrow night, I'm going to be streaming it, but I'm not going to be running the Friday night show tomorrow night like I have been the last few weeks, the Friday night live, because Turf will be here this weekend, supposedly, so he is going to run it, but I will be streaming it to my channel also. Chris, I'm sure, will be on the panel with us, too, like he always is on Friday nights.
Yeah.
So if you like watching the two of us on, you'll see us on tomorrow night, along with probably a whole bunch of different content creators, on there with us at the same time, like normal. Saturday, I know my guy Jason from Just Raiders Baby has his Saturday morning show, so make sure you guys get over and check him out. Actually, Rundown is now his new co-host on Saturday, so he will be on there with him. I forget, Jason. Jay, who was I know you said you had a guest. I don't know if you actually mentioned it or if you're keeping it a secret. I forget who. I know you told us last night in the chat. I don't know if it's public yet. So,
hey, they busted the balls in the chat, Jeff. Only they said just replace it.
Dude, I don't have that kind of money to just replace a dryer. This is like less than $100 worth of parts. Oh, it's What Up Low from Raider Nation Live will be on Saturday with Jason. With Jay from Just Raiders Baby and Raider Rundown. So make sure you guys check that out. So that starts at 10 a.m. Right, Jay? 10 a.m. Pacific. I think that's like 1 o'clock my time.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
I think that's what it is. I think it's 10 a.m. he goes on. I'm still in talks with my son about doing a show Saturday afternoon. I'm kind of hoping to do one with him Saturday afternoon, but Saturday night, Raiders Last Call with myself and Chris. Hopefully we'll get Papa Rundown on there with us, and I'm still trying to get Captain Jack to come on with us Saturday night. We're going to put a little bit of Chris is going to put something together for us for Saturday night. We're going to try and break it down.
Topics
going on talking about old school positions, position players, like cover running backs, cover wide receivers 1 week. So if you want to know a little bit more about the history of the Raiders, it's a good show. Tune in and catch Chris and I, and hopefully Papa Rundown with us too. So a bunch of old heads sitting around talking about old school Raider football. If you do show up on Saturday nights and you do ask us questions about, what do you think about, this play we just picked up or whatever, don't get upset if we don't answer them right away, because that show is geared more towards just going through the history of the team. It's not, we will talk about it at a certain point, but not very early on in the show. Early on in the show is talking about, the Raiders past. So, yeah, Raider, really old school Raider football talk. Diesel, what's up, Diesel? So, again, I'm sorry to have to cut this short today. I know it's only about an hour and a half. I was hoping to go longer, but.
Well, it's nothing going on anyway. It's really nothing to talk about. We signed one player, signed a running back to Miami. Both sides.
True.
So nothing really splash, nothing really big, but
But I get to be on with you and talk and interact with the chat. That's the fun part, that. Yeah, don't forget to get over to Chris's channel, Chris4 Raiders. Hit the sub and notifications and thumbs up for both mine and his. I am monetized now, so feel free to become a member. We got memberships up now too, so I thank you all that have been following me through this whole journey and helped me get to that point. I really, really appreciate it. And I am working on something trying to do a giveaway. That'll come out hopefully within the next couple of weeks once I nail down exactly how we want to do it. But until next time, folks, stay safe. And Chris, go Raiders.
Go Raiders.